Welcome to another engaging session where we delve into the depths of human interactions. Today we're going to explore a topic that's as intriguing as it is essential. We're talking about maintaining a sense of mystery in our relationships. Yes, you heard it right. While honesty is the cornerstone of any relationship, there are certain things best left unsaid. Our topic for today is 5 secrets about yourself you should never tell a woman. Now, this isn't about deception or dishonesty. Rather, it's about understanding that not every detail needs to be shared. It's about preserving a bit of enigma, a bit of intrigue that keeps the relationship exciting and interesting. It's about knowing when to open up and when to hold back. So are you ready to uncover these secrets? Let's dive in. The first secret to keep to yourself revolves around your past relationships. Indulge me for a moment here, gentlemen. Picture this. You're sitting across from a beautiful woman, the candlelight flickering in her eyes, and she asks you about your past relationships. Now, honesty is a virtue, but sometimes a little discretion goes a long way. So why should you keep your lips sealed about your past relationships? Well, let's delve into that. Firstly, it's all about avoiding the comparison game. You see, when you start discussing your exes in detail, it can inadvertently lead to comparisons. These comparisons might be harmless or even unintentional, but they can foster feelings of insecurity. And let's be honest, insecurity is a romance killer. Now you might be thinking, but what if she asks? Well, if she does, keep it light and brief. It's not about lying or hiding the truth. It's about respecting the past and focusing on the present. Remember, she's interested in you, not your history. Secondly, talking about past relationships can also stir up old emotions. Maybe you had a bad breakup, or perhaps things didn't end on the best terms. These are chapters you've closed, and reopening them can lead to lingering feelings of resentment or sadness. This can cast a shadow over your current relationship, which is the last thing you want. And finally, it's about respect. Your past relationships involve not just you, but another person. By keeping those details private, you're respecting the privacy of your ex-partners. But remember, this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Every relationship is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. The key is to gauge the situation and act accordingly. Be honest, but be considerate. Remember, your past is your past for a reason. The goal is to learn from it, not to live in it. Keep your eyes on the present and the future. After all, that's where you're headed. Moving on to the second secret, your financial mistakes. We've all been there. Because, let's face it, who among us hasn't made a few financial blunders in our time? Maybe you invested in a business venture that didn't pan out, or perhaps you racked up some credit card debt in your early 20s. It happens. Life is a learning curve, and financial literacy is a part of that journey. However, sharing these past financial mistakes with others, especially a woman you're trying to impress, may not always be the best idea. It's not about being dishonest or hiding the truth. It's about understanding the impact of such revelations. You see, when you share your financial missteps, it may cause unnecessary worry or doubt about your financial stability or your ability to make sound financial decisions. Take a moment and put yourself in her shoes. Would you feel secure knowing that the person you're with has had a history of poor financial decisions? It might make you question their ability to manage finances in the future, wouldn't it? And that's the thing. Regardless of how much you've learned from your past mistakes, it can be hard for others to see past them. The key here is to focus on the present. Show your financial acumen through your current actions. Demonstrate your ability to budget, save, and invest wisely. Show that you've learned from your past and are making better decisions now. After all, we are not defined by our past, but by our present actions and our ability to learn and grow. Remember, everyone has a past. Everyone has made mistakes. But it's how we learn from these mistakes and how we move forward that truly defines us. So keep your past financial mistakes to yourself. Focus on showing your financial stability and wisdom through your actions today. Financial stability is attractive, and your past mistakes don't define your present capabilities. The third secret pertains to your family issues. Now, we're not saying that you should keep everything under wraps, but there's a fine line between sharing and oversharing. Revealing too much about your family conflicts or issues might lead to unnecessary judgments or misconceptions. These perceptions, once formed, can be hard to shake off. Let's put it this way. When you're driving a car, you don't necessarily need to know every single detail about how the engine works. Similarly, in relationships, some aspects of your past are better left unsaid. Your family's issues are a part of your past that has shaped you, but they don't define you. Think of it as a well-intentioned white lie. It's about putting your best foot forward, creating a positive impression, and not burdening your partner with unnecessary baggage. Remember, some things are better left unsaid, and family matters are often best kept within the family. The fourth secret revolves around your personal insecurities. We all have our insecurities, don't we? Those tiny, nagging doubts and fears that creep in during our most vulnerable moments. They could be about our physical appearances, our abilities, or even our worth. They are as diverse as we are, but they all have one thing in common. They can change the way we perceive ourselves, and in turn, how others perceive us. In the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, it's natural to want to share these insecurities with others, especially with those we trust the most. However, there's a subtle art to this. Sharing too much about your insecurities, especially early on, can sometimes lead to a shift in how you're viewed. It's not about concealing your true self, but rather about understanding the nuances of human perception. For instance, imagine revealing your fear of failure in your professional life. While this can create a sense of relatability, it could also inadvertently paint a picture of self-doubt and lack of confidence in your abilities. This could then lead to an altered perception of you, one that you may not necessarily want. So, what's the solution? Should we bottle up all our insecurities and throw away the key? Absolutely not. It's important to work on these insecurities personally and not burden others with them. Seek professional help if required, or find constructive outlets such as writing or physical activity. Use these insecurities as fuel to propel you forward, to strive for better, and to grow as an individual. Remember, it's not about never showing vulnerability. It's about showing strength in vulnerability, about acknowledging your insecurities and actively working on them, rather than seeking validation or sympathy. It's about demonstrating that despite the insecurities, you have the grit and resilience to confront them head on. And lastly, remember this, everyone has insecurities. It's not the presence of insecurities that sets people apart, but how they handle them. So handle yours with grace, strength, and a dose of humility, and you'll find that they become less of a secret and more of a testament to your personal growth. Remember, everyone has insecurities. It's how you handle them that defines you. The last secret is about your thoughts on her friends or family. Now, let's be clear, everyone has opinions, and they're not always positive. But when it comes to her close ones, tread carefully. You see, these are the people she's chosen to surround herself with. Criticizing them could be taken as criticizing her choices, and that's a road you don't want to go down. Instead, strive for understanding and patience. If you have a concern, express it in a constructive way. Remember, it's not about changing her relationships, but about navigating them in a respectful manner. Think about it. How would you feel if she began picking apart your friends or family? Not so great, right? That's why it's best to maintain a stance of respect and neutrality. After all, these are the people she loves and values. Respecting her loved ones is an indirect way of respecting her. So there you have it, the 5 secrets about yourself you should never tell a woman. From past relationships that no longer define us, to financial mistakes we've learned from, these can be delicate topics. Each secret we've discussed today has its roots in the universal human experiences of growth, change, and the pursuit of happiness. Let's not forget those family issues that we all have to some degree. They're part of what makes us who we are, but they're not always for sharing. Then there are those personal insecurities that, although they may seem important to us, could create unnecessary tension if revealed. And finally, negative thoughts about her friends or family. It's normal to have them, but voicing them can lead to problems that could be avoided. All these secrets emphasize the importance of maintaining some mystery, respect, and tact in a relationship. Remember, honesty is crucial, but some things are best kept to yourself. Until next time, stay tuned.